future is now for the New Orleans Saints. Tyler Shough has been named the starting quarterback for Week 9. Let's talk about this move and why it makes sense right here on the Straight Up Saints podcast.
You're listening to the Straight Up Saints podcast.
What is up, Who Dat Nation? Welcome inside another edition of the Straight Up Saints podcast. I'm your host, Chris Rosvoglu, and as always, the Straight Up Saints podcast is brought to you by Scott Fickner Injury Lawyers. You've been injured in any kind of accident, car, truck, 18-wheeler, hurt offshore. Scott Fickner handles it all. Give him a call at 504-500-1111 for a free consultation. They'll always fight for the win. The New Orleans Saints, during Week 8 against the Buccaneers, bench Spencer Rattler in the third quarter. After a couple of turnovers, he had 6 turnovers in about 6 quarters of play, and Kellen Moore went to Tyler Shough. Did that fix the offense? No. I mean, they had 3 points the entire game. So the offense didn't get fixed, but Kellen Moore said, hey, I thought we'd give the unit a spark and go to Tyler Shough. And the question became, would this become permanent? Would they switch to the rookie? And the answer is yes. According to Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, every reporter in the business, the Saints are going to Tyler Shough. Apparently, he was informed of this decision today. This comes less than 24 hours after Kellen Moore said that the decision was going to be made soon. And look, I'm sure there'll be some people that don't agree with the Saints going to Tyler Shough. I think at the end of the day, this makes a ton of sense for the franchise. They are most likely going to be picking top 3. And the only way they don't pick top 3 this year is if Tyler Shough ends up being a damn good rookie quarterback and they win games against the Titans, the Jets, maybe the Dolphins, games like that, but you see that you might actually have a guy that can raise the floor of the team. And the only way to find that out is by playing Tyler Shough. And the odds are that that won't be the case, right? The wide receiver room is not good. Tight end room, not good. Running back room, there's zero juice there. So just like Rattler had minimal help, Tyler Shough's going to have minimal help. The playmakers don't magically get better. But I do believe for New Orleans, you've already kind of gotten your answer as to what Rattler is and what he isn't. I think Spencer Rattler, when he's a game manager, is great. And I think he'd be awesome for a team that has all the pieces in place. You know, I think back to, this year, Brock Purdy goes down, Mac Jones steps in. I think Rattler with the 49ers and their play calling, I think he can do decent enough to win games there. I look around the league, stick him on Philly's roster from last year. You're telling me he can't win games? Absolutely he can. The reality is, though, that isn't a franchise quarterback. If everything has to be perfect for you to have success, then that's not a franchise quarterback. And like I said, there's a very good chance Tyler Shough comes in and he doesn't play well because maybe he just doesn't have it, or maybe because, similar to Rattler, you're not getting a lot of help from the playmakers on the Saints. But the Saints have to get that answer. And I think at this point, you have 9 games left. Get an evaluation of this rookie quarterback. I think the worst thing in the world would be if the Saints held on any longer to the Spencer Rattler situation, kept playing him, and they feel the same about it, where they're like, he's okay, but he's not special. And then you go the entire season not finding out if Shough is any good. And the funny thing is, Shough finished his game on Sunday, and everyone's like, see, he went in and the offense looked exactly the same. The offense looked exactly the same. I think I would rather play the rookie who hasn't had first-team reps since August than the second-year quarterback who has had all the first-team reps since August. And what I mean by that is I think for Shough, if this is how it looks now, there is a possibility, a slight possibility, that maybe it gets better. Whereas Rattler, he is who he is, for better or worse. And again, he has cemented his spot in the league. He will be in the league for a long time, whether it's a low-end quarterback / bridge quarterback or a high-end backup. Rattler has stamped his spot in the league. Shough has to show what he can do. I think that there is that added element of him being Kellen Moore's guy, where maybe we get more RPOs, maybe the ground game comes alive a little bit, maybe you take more shots downfield. I think the one thing that Shough did a pretty good job of, granted didn't hit on the one that he had to Shaheed. If you go back and watch the film, he was willing to push the ball downfield way more often than what we've seen from Rattler. Granted, it's 7-on-7s, pretty much in that situation where you're down as much as they were, and the Bucs are playing prevent, but he was still trying to take shots downfield even when they weren't there. So, look, I like the idea of getting Shough in there. 9-game sample size. Boy, is it tough to play the Rams in your first game coming off a bye. You know that defense is going to be cooked up, and I am really, really interested to see how Shough plays in that scenario. But this had to be done, and I think anyone who doesn't feel this way, it's okay. Like I get it if there's like a loyalty to Rattler or whatever. The Saints got to figure out if this guy can play football. Because guess what, guys? If Tyler Shough stinks, Saints are drafting a quarterback in the first round this year. And I know some people might not want that. Some people might say, hey, well, there's a talent deficiency elsewhere. And you would be correct. But it's a quarterback-driven league. And the Saints got to figure out if they have one. And the only way to find that out is by playing Shough Sunday and all the ones after that until this season's over. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you believe Tyler Shough should be the starter? Do you like the move by the New Orleans Saints? Do you not like the move? Sound off in the comment section below. And as always, guys, make sure to subscribe to Boot Crew Media for more from the Straight Up Saints podcast, the destination for the Who Dat Nation.